Hello, my loves. Welcome to Lifestyle Manifesting. I'm Shannon, and on my channel, I am discussing and talking all about manifesting as a lifestyle, every area of your life. Be the deliberate creator and designer of your life. Manifest deliberately. Today, I just want to give a little motivation. I want you to be motivated to live your best life. Think about all possibilities exist, and you can create and be anything you want to be. And knowing that you are the creator, doesn't that make you even more excited and intrigued? Because you don't have to work as hard for it as you thought. You really only have to go in your imagination and keep assuming yourself to be that person. Go ahead and be the delusional version of yourself, assuming you're the best, you're the hottest, you're number one, you're the superstar, you want to be famous. You just start assuming that. You start assuming that, because as you assume whatever it is you want, you will naturally take action. You'll naturally take action from wherever you put your focus. You'll naturally take the action. It's exactly what I did to get over 100,000 followers on TikTok and 20,000 followers in like 2 weeks on Instagram. Okay, how did I do that? I had just affirmed that I want to build a business and I want to reach millions and I want to be successful, right? I affirmed it as if I already have it. I am successful. My mouth. I am successful. I am reaching millions. People are inspired by what I have to offer. People are changing their lives. People are realizing they are the creator. So think from the end. Thinking from the end of the version of you who has what you want. That version of you who has what you want. Do you want to be living your dream life? Then affirm that. Let it be a general blanket belief. Affirm, I'm living my dream life. Wake up every day and say, today's going to be the best day of my life. Make a choice, because it is a choice. It's a choice to put our focus wherever it is. It's a choice to think about something. So it's a choice. Make a choice that you're going to make the best out of the day. You're going to live the day as if it's the best day of your life. Make that intention. I created that intention every morning. Did I feel it all the time? I didn't feel it in the beginning, but I feel it now. I wake up excited for the day. I wake up and I see that I could create my reality deliberately. I see that good things are happening every area of my life. So think big. Think big. Think about what you want. Focus on what you want. Don't focus on what you don't have. Don't focus on your specific person who's not in your life. Focus on being the version of you who has everything. Focus and know that you have everything. By affirming it, you're going to affirm it. You're going to affirm, I have everything I've ever wanted. I'm living my best life ever. Good things are always coming to me. I'm always in the right place at the right time. The best opportunities come to me. I'm in the best health of my life. I'm in the best shape of my life. My body always responds to me. My body's always listening to me. The world is listening to me. The world is responding to me. Okay, the world's already doing that, okay? But take conscious control of that by knowing it. That powerful technique that Neville Goddard has, that his powerful technique, freeze, right? You're freezing people or taking pictures. I've heard it a couple times described in a different way. One time I heard him say it it's like taking pictures and developing. Okay, so that technique is, imagine the world is frozen around you. I mean, he's mentioning a person, right? Imagine that person's frozen in front of you. What do you want them to know about you and hear about you? What do you want them to think about you? So you tell them, you freeze them in your mind, in your imagination, freeze that person, freeze the world. Okay, so I go bigger. I go bigger by thinking the whole world sees me this way, right? So close your eyes, imagine, tell the world who you are. You're in your imagination. Tell the world who you are. Are you a victim or are you empowered? Are you getting what you want? Okay, or are you not getting what you want? Is it not working out for you? Tell the world who you are. I'm someone who gets what I want. I'm someone who's determined. I'm someone, it's like I have that lucky syndrome, but it's not really lucky syndrome. You're just creating that, right? But that's fun. This is all fun and play. This is play. It's play, you guys. So go out and create. I happened to catch something on YouTube. I can't remember the guy's channel, but it has something to do with like winning the lottery. It was like on my feed, and it was The lady who does, she's the coupon lady. I think she's on TikTok, and I don't know her name. Or not, sorry, not coupon lady, coupon lady. She's the contest queen. I think she's named as the contest queen. She's not the original, but she took over that business of the lady who was the contest queen. And it was really interesting. Although I don't see that she totally perceives reality coming from her, she's having a blast. So I listened to part of the interview. After a while, I got a little bored with it, but it was quite interesting to listen how she's living her life. She said for 1 to 2 hours a day, she'll just enter into contests, and she's always winning contests. Like, she won a contest to go to Canada for the Olympics. It was a $20,000 trip. That was one of her big trips that she won. I mean, she's always winning gift cards. Why don't you do that? I'm not saying do that exactly, but start to put your focus on things that would be kind of fun, not kind of fun. What's fun and what's exciting for you? Put your focus on that picture of what you do want. Go ahead and test it out. I've won things because I started Affirm. When I started affirming that I always go to concerts for free and I'm always receiving tickets for free, the radio station called me 3 times in a row. I mean, 3 months in a row. The radio station had never called me in my life until I started affirming it. Okay, I did take action at that time. This was many years ago, maybe 4 years ago. And at that time I thought, oh, there was the music that I like on this particular station. And I think I just put my name in whatever. I put my name and email somewhere, and they called me. They called me on the phone. This is pre-COVID, right? So they called me to say, you won concert tickets for this, for that, all these great concerts. I mean, not all of them were great. One of them was like, shoot, I can't remember their name. Collective, something at the House of Blues. It was fun. I mean, it was just fun. It was go out, have fun, enjoy, and stop focusing on what you don't want, okay? So I want you to think about, it's your life. It's your life. I get it. You want to manifest your specific person. You want to manifest the bigger things. Focus on that, but don't let the techniques be that's what your routine for the day is. That doesn't have to be your routine. Just let your routine be thinking big, and let your routine be living life. Wake up every day thinking, what do I want to do that will be fun? What can I do today that will make me feel happy? Along with the things that you kind of feel like you have to do, whatever, like work and the regular things of life that are part of your life. Although you don't have to live that kind of regular life anymore when you're a conscious creator. Collective soul. I couldn't think of, I grew up in, I think they're 90s kind of, right? So, I mean, that was my, I'm a little bit older here. Anyway, Collective Soul, they were good. They played at House of Blues, great venue. I love that venue. Yeah, so anyway, so think of how, the reason I'm bringing this up is because I want you to be motivated to think deliberately about your life, think deliberately about the experiences you want. Now, although I'm not really, I'm thinking bigger in a different way, just like things just come to me and I don't necessarily have to take action. Like, not only did the radio station call me a bunch of times, but I can't tell you the number of people that invited me to concerts. I got free 4-day passes to Lollapalooza. Another person invited me to a concert. We were in the 4th row. I mean, I just got really great things that happened by focusing on it. Okay, when I say focus, I mean, I just affirmed it. I always go to concerts for free. People are always inviting me. I'm always included. I create a reality where I'm included and people reach out to me and they say, hey, I've got extra tickets. Hey, we got the Cubs game. I'm in Chicago. So like, I got free tickets for this, free tickets for that. So although, I mean, we're always taking action in life anyway, but we don't necessarily have to take action. The action is by going in your imagination and imagining that kind of life that you want to have and the kind of fun things you want to do. Start making your list. Make sure you're making your lists every day. Make lists of things you want, things that you want to experience and things that you want to do. I get sometimes, like even in the winter, I probably spend more time at home, and I like that too, but what do I really want to do? Do I want to hit that new restaurant? Okay, do I want to go somewhere? Do I want to go do something? Start taking action on that. All right, I'm going to answer some questions. Hey, hi everyone. Hi Sonia. Hi, how are you? Crystal. Okay, hi Shannon. My SP and I are in no contact now. I want him to reach out ASAP. All right, well, you know what to do. You know what to do. Don't you know what to do? Right? You know what to do. You just have to keep saying you're the goddess. SP wants you. SP's never met anyone like you. Okay, so this is how do you see yourself? Nobody's ever met SP has never met someone like me. I'm the kind of person that changes someone into wanting to be in a relationship, even if it appeared they didn't want to. You know, I mean, you don't have to be that way, but I'm just giving you ideas. Like, this is literally like Avatar. First, this is our main character. Okay, so you're the main character already. What do you want you to be? What do you want to be? What do you want to be? What do you want your main character to be? How do you want your main character to be? Okay, because we don't have to be that way. I mean, it's not like, I want you to be authentic to what feels good for you. However, we might not think that we could be something. Like, I didn't think I could be that confident when it came to certain things. Even though I wanted to be, okay, so it didn't feel that authentic, but it's something that I authentically wanted. So get clear. Be that version of you now. That version of you just knows, like, you are the prize. You are valuable. Okay, and you're imagining that consistently. Of course they want to go out with you. You're the prize. Yeah, that's right, Kinga. Okay, what's the best method to quickly manifest physical change? Georgia. Really, when you come from the place of love, right? Come from the place of love. So when we want a physical change in our body, it's usually because we don't like that feature, right? So start loving that feature. Start loving that feature. Like, let's say you want to change anything about your face, start loving that feature within your face and say, you know what, I love, like, you have this body, it's yours. Okay, so start from the place of love. And now imagine when I've changed things about my body, like I was getting more tone in my legs, I would look in the mirror and it didn't look, I would see what it looked like in the mirror, which was not the change I wanted, right? But as I walked away from the mirror, I used revision to imagine that I already saw the end result. So that is a mental discipline of working on your visualization. I worked on my visualization to visualize, like, I saw an old picture of me where I was like, oh, I like my legs like that. Okay, so I kept that mental picture. I would sometimes look at the picture to create that mental image in my mind. Okay, if I get out of the shower, I see myself in the mirror, I'm like, you're beautiful, looking good, love you, love everything about you. As I walk away from the mirror, I create the vision of that picture from the photo, feeling I already have that, okay? And I have seen huge differences. My world's reflecting it anyway, but I'm also seeing differences. Okay, so you can imagine to see something different. Remember, every mirror you look in is going to give you a different perspective anyway. You could look in your car mirror. There could be your favorite mirror you look in and you go, oh, I look good here. Then you go try something on at a store and that mirror, you're like, what the hell happened? Because this mirror, I don't look good. You're the same person. Okay, so the world is like that kind of mirror. It could look different in different ways. If you keep looking at, thinking and seeing yourself as already whole and perfect, you'll create the reality that reflects you're already whole and perfect. Okay, so you're already whole and perfect. That should be something you're affirming. I'm already perfect. When you think you're already perfect, the world will show you that that's true. If you think someone else is perfect and you're not, the world's going to show you, yep, the world will agree with you and confirm that other person looks perfect, but I don't. So what do you want to do? What do you want to choose to do? It's a mental discipline because you're going to look at yourself and say, I'm already whole and perfect. At the same time, you can manifest that physical change in your body. So you do want to find other people in the world that align with this reality, the reality that knows that you can change. Because if you talk to a plastic surgeon, the plastic surgeon's going to think we're crazy because a plastic surgeon, they are in business because of their beliefs. They believe that they make the change. And they don't necessarily believe that people will make the change themselves. Do you know that? Or do you see that? Maybe not in every case, but that's more like a general idea, right? So depending, you want to put, the goal is, and the reason why I give these resources of things that I see out in the world is so you could help develop the knowing that this is true, that you're the creator of your reality. And it's your perception that manifests out. If you think that you're beautiful and perfect, the world will reflect that you're beautiful and perfect. In many cases, I have clients that end up, they don't even care if they have a change or not because they just loved and accepted themselves and they felt beautiful and the world reflected that. That's truly what they wanted. They wanted to love and accept themselves. Okay, but I'm not saying you can't have the physical change because I've changed so many things in my own body. I've changed things in my kids' bodies. I've used revision. I've changed in my mom's body. Okay, so I know. Okay, you only know it by practicing it. So you practice that. Okay, can you talk about mastering detachment? So detachment is not knowing that everything is one. First of all, when you know that you're one with everything, that's going to help you master the law of detachment because you're already one with everything. Okay, so you could practice detaching by imagining you don't have things. You can practice that way. I use that and I found it really powerful. I would imagine, what if I didn't have my house? Okay, by the way, I wasn't afraid I was going to manifest any of this. Okay, so I took the worst case scenario of anything in my life and I imagined it. And I imagined that I was still going to be okay no matter what. I'm still going to be okay if I don't have love. I'm still going to be okay if I don't have a house. Okay, but the deeper knowing is that you're an infinite being and all of this is a manifestation. Okay, so master detachment by knowing you're one with everything. And I wasn't afraid to I would imagine, I remember when I was so, like scarcity, I had a scarcity mindset. And I remember the first Louis Vuitton purse that I bought. I couldn't imagine that I would just give it to someone because I thought, how could I give them? I spent so much money on it and it's valuable to me. Okay, so what would I practice in my mind? I would practice that I gave away the things that I thought were expensive and valuable to me. What if I just gave that purse away to a friend? Could I do that? So that you learn how to, why could I do that? How could I practice in my mind giving away the things? I mean, that's superficial, right? But I also practiced other things, horrible things could happen in my life. Okay, I'm not worried about that happening because I understand I'm the operant power and I've created, I used it as an exercise to get myself to a deeper understanding of detachment and that I'm the one with everything. Okay, but practice that you would give away the things that you felt like were valuable to you because you know money would always come back in and you know that create that knowing that there is security. Everything's coming from you. Yeah, I was thinking about doing a stitch with, or a duet with Bashar. Do you guys know who Bashar is? I mean, he's kind of interesting. He channels some entity. But what he's saying, everything he's saying aligns with actually really everything that I'm saying in some way. I don't know him to the greatest degree, but something on my feed today was him talking about like none of this is all a projection. It's totally a projection. Physical reality is not real. It's just a projection of your imagination and your consciousness. Okay, and in a way it's hard to believe that when you're starting out. Okay, I intend it's not. But if you haven't had enough experiences to see that reality is malleable, and if you haven't tested it enough, you feel like it's so hard and solid, and you feel like it's so real. But what's more real is your imagination. Yes, yeah, Crystal, we have everything we want. Yes, we love that we have everything that we want. You can say things like to yourself about how you are one with everything by asking questions. Like, ask yourself questions. You know, it's like be still and know that you're the creator, and be still and ask yourself questions like, how do I master detachment? Just ask yourself those kind of questions. I intend to know how to master detachment. Think about that as you're going to fall asleep, or think about that, write it, calm yourself down, or, like get into a meditative state, like a theta brain, or relax. Because as we're relaxed in a theta brain waves, we are more allowing ourselves to impress our subconscious mind. Okay, so relax yourself and then just ask questions like, how I intend to master detachment. I intend to see and know this world is all one with me. Okay, because even if the answers don't come right there in that exact moment, when you ask those kind of questions, you're going to receive the answer. You're just going to have a light bulb go off. You're just going to have this like knowing. You're going to overhear conversations. You're just going to have an experience that gives you the answer, and it's really cool. That's how it's like the creator within you is your best friend. So talk to your best friend in your mind. Talk to your best friend. Ask questions. Show me how I can be my best self. Show me how I can detach. Guide me to the best day today. You could talk to this creator that's part of you, within you. Okay, yeah, Abigail, I'm the best. Oh, you're sweet. Thank you. You don't keep any information from us like other coaches. What do you mean? What are they keeping from you? I'm telling you because I'm just telling you what I'm experiencing. It's not the way, one all be all way. This is what I experienced, and I experienced this because however I was, whatever experiences I had growing up, however I believed reality to work. Okay, and I also see reality, definitely I see reality, I'm not looking really so much from a linear timeline because the craziest things went down in my world, like the craziest things. Like when I was affirming something and I go to the movies and they say my affirmations back to me, how could that be possible? How could they possibly state my affirmation like word for word, paragraph of my affirmations back to me in the movie? That was crazy. Okay, it wasn't crazy. If you understand, everything is coming from you. Okay, and if you observe your reality, you're going to see that. So now think big. We don't have to think we're so limited. I mean, we could believe, you could really believe and have any experience you want. Yeah, Sonia, I'm doing great. How are you? How's the new job? I really want to achieve my biggest dreams this year. Any advice? Is it Alessia? Singing? Is singing. Okay, so you want to, how do you achieve your biggest dreams this year? You start to think big. Okay, first of all, you could get clear on your dreams. It doesn't have to be all of your dreams. Just start getting clear on what are some of those big dreams. And if there were some that you thought you couldn't even achieve, now start saying, yes, I can, because you can do anything. So the advice that I have for you is focus on already having those dreams. Okay, so what are those dreams? Whatever that dream is, it's like, you would be saying, I'm living my dream life. I walk around probably every day saying, wow, I'm really living my dream life. Okay, do I have everything manifested in the full form? No, but even our state of being and our emotions are a manifestation, and our thoughts are all a manifestation too. So the place I am mentally is probably one of the most powerful places I've ever been in my life. This is the bigger manifestation where I feel mentally, I feel empowered, I feel invincible, I feel bigger, okay? And I absolutely know that all my dreams are coming true. And I know that the things that I wrote down will manifest by the end of the year. Okay, Adriana, they post a story together. Is it like your SP and someone posted a story together? I don't see the other part of your question, but don't pay attention to the parts of the world that your reality that you're experiencing that you don't like. Don't put your focus there. You put your focus on what you do want. Okay, yes, I started affirming. Definitely. Wait, sorry, my eyes were adjusting. Yes, I started affirming, waiting for the wins to begin, feeling like it's happening. All right, the wins are already done, okay? We can manifest like with that perception of linear time, okay, but now, okay, instant, immediate manifestations, quicker, okay? Because waiting for those wins to begin, now just say to yourself, oh, okay, wait, these two ideas, it still works. It's still powerful, but I want you to just think slightly different, okay? Waiting for the wins to begin feels like it's happening. It is happening. So start saying that now. It is happen. It already happened. It is happening. It's happening right now. Something wonderful. You know the Neville Goddard technique. Something wonderful is happening now, right now. There's only the present moment. We could create it right now by saying, by thinking more of something's happening right now. It's happening, sure. But now just shift it more like it's happening right now, right now, now. That's the only time that exists, right? I am telling you guys, this works because I know it works for me. I know it works in my VIP group. I know it works. Just shift feeling the present moment, right? Eckhart Tolle, is that how you say his name? Or Eckhart Tolle. I know that his book, Power of Now, is powerful because we only have the present moment. That's the only thing that exists. I know I can manifest SP the way I want, but I feel bad doing that to my new SP that I like, but not in love. Okay, so you're not in love with the new SP. Okay, first of all, don't feel bad. Here's the biggest problem in manifesting when someone's feeling bad and feeling guilty. Okay, I shouldn't give this to myself. I feel bad, I'm gonna hurt. Here's the thing, you're already manifesting everything. I was already manifesting things when I assumed. There were a couple of things, like I'm just thinking with my kids, that I just, before I was consciously creating the things that I thought about them and assumed about them. I assumed my one son maybe wouldn't meet any friends at school because he seemed a little shy. Is it good or bad? Not necessarily. Like, I'm still judging it, right? I could judge it that it's good, but I was judging it and I wasn't a conscious creator. And I thought, he's at a new school. And then, okay, so when I woke up to realize I'm the creator, and as he was at a new school and I thought, I was like, maybe kids don't like him. Maybe he didn't get to meet friends because of COVID and then he wasn't in class with them, like remote learning. And then I realized, wait a minute, I'm just creating that from assumptions that I had based on however my perception of him was. I was already doing it. I was already creating that experience. It's not that it's good or bad, but I can create what I do want. So by simply saying, my son has great friends. My son has great friends. My son is a good person. People like being around him, right? I started telling a different story. And all of what I started saying manifested. He started having new best friends here, and new friends at school, and new friends at camp. Okay, so I just started telling a different story. Another story that I told to myself unconsciously when they were younger, and like my kids are 4 years apart. My older son, when I had the second child, my older son, I just started saying to the other moms, oh, he doesn't cuddle me anymore. He doesn't want hugs. He doesn't want this. He doesn't want attention or emotion. I was saying that just because I was with the little one, and that's what I saw. And I thought to myself, right, as I learn I'm consciously creating, I thought, wait, I'm creating that he doesn't want hugs from me? I was creating that. I don't have to recreate. I could just live like that. I could just live like that and say that's okay. But as I realized I was creating it, I thought, you know what? It's not really the experience I want to create. I want to create that he loves hugs from his mom and that he's cuddly. Because that's what I would say if I'd go to like mom meetups or whatever. I'd be like, oh yeah, he's not really cuddly. And then I'd just have this conversation about, like, people talk about this stuff and I'm talking about that stuff and I'm manifesting it all. Okay, so once I realized that, I started saying, He loves hugs. He likes to be cuddly, right? So it's not that it's right or wrong. It's about, what do you want? So I just started, I was in the testing phase, right? I became a scientist or a tester of my reality. And I started saying to myself, okay, let me try this out, right? I'm just thinking to myself, let me try this out. He loves hugs. He's cuddly. He wants to sit on the couch and watch a movie with me and cuddle with me. Guess what happened? He just comes up to me now and gives me hugs. Okay, he was not doing that before. How do I know that I changed it? Because I see what was happening before. I made a conscious choice to change the story, reaffirm the story. I also would kind of imagine it too. And then it changed and shifted to that new story I told myself. Okay, so understand, back to your question. You're already doing this, all of you. We're all doing this already. We're already doing this. Okay, let me reread your question. Okay, you can manifest SP the way you want, but you feel bad about doing that. Don't feel bad, because you can create a reality for the good of all. Okay, because everyone's yourself pushed out. So think of the golden rule. You're creating for the good of all. Focus on what you want. Focus on what you want. Because actually this reminds me of one of the clients in my VIP group had mentioned she manifested her specific person who was the father of her children. Well, she wanted to manifest him back because she thought that that's what the kids want. The kids wanted their dad back in the picture. Okay, she wasn't really going necessarily, I don't know if she was going from her heart, but sometimes we're going from what we think other people might want. Maybe my kids want the dad back. Maybe we think in the big picture we're supposed to be a unity family and not be divorced and not be separate. Like, these are ideas we just have in society. Okay, so she manifested him back, and then she realized she's still not happy. And she actually feels like she's doing manifested him back, but not really sure that that's what she wants, but she thought that that would be good for the kids. Okay, so here's the thing. Get clear on what you want, because I created a reality where my kids, even though I'm divorced, I created a reality where my kids are okay and they're resilient, and that their dad is very involved, and their dad is a great dad, and he's like the best of the best. Okay, so by the way, I wasn't saying that when the divorce happened. I was saying he's the worst. He's the worst dad. That's what I was saying to myself. He's never involved. He never does anything. And guess what? I was stuck with the kids all the time. He never did anything. And I realized I was creating that with the story I was telling. It was all unconscious. So I just took conscious control and created what I did want. Was it easy? Not necessarily, because I had to affirm that he was involved, even though I had the kids all the time and I was like overworked. So I kept affirming he's involved, he's taking the kids, we're harmonious. Okay, so see, you want to look through your perspective. What do you want? Don't feel bad anymore. Okay, decide what you want and give it to yourself. Give yourself the love you want and make a decision. That's what you're going to do. And whatever happens, just decide it's for the good of everybody. Decide that whichever SP moves on with their life and is happy. Why not? I mean, you could do that, or you don't have to be so detailed in the story. The story you're telling is already manifesting. So it's really important, get clear on what you want. And I really feel like, don't feel bad about your manifestation. Do I feel bad that I was saying that my son didn't hug me? Sure, in the beginning, I was like, I can't believe I was just saying he doesn't like hugs. Like, what kind of kid doesn't want a hug? So I just decided I'm not going to feel bad. I'm going to give myself the experience I do want. Okay, so stop feeling bad. And now take conscious control, because you're already creating everything. How to do SATs perfect, Alex? So SATs is like a state akin to sleep, right? You're right before you fall asleep. You're usually okay. So why is it powerful to do SATs, the state akin to sleep? It could also be during the day, by the way, because it's getting yourself in a state of mind that's relaxed. Why do we do that? Because during the day, if we're thinking very realistic and very logically, our brain is going to say, nope, that's not possible, potentially, right? Like, I'm a conscious creator, my brain doesn't do that. That doesn't apply to me, okay? It doesn't apply to us necessarily. But I do believe in the idea of SATs because it's already pretty prevalent in the community, in the world, so go for it, right? Go for it. Relax yourself, because as you relax yourself, you are less inclined to think this isn't possible. You're more inclined to just go with it and relax, get into your imagination, allow yourself to impress your subconscious mind, right? So as you fall asleep, just get yourself relaxed by breathing. That's a powerful way to do that, right? You could use breathing techniques to breathe in slowly, follow your breath and breathe out. You're just relaxing yourself, and then imagine meaning you can affirm or you can create a visual scene in your mind. Okay, so all of it is really all one and the same to me, in a way. Use what works for you that feels good. So you could affirm it. You could affirm that reality that you want. You affirm it. And affirm that reality as you're falling to sleep. And it's really powerful to do that as you fall asleep. Put your phone aside, do your breathing technique, get yourself in a calm place, a very restful and peaceful place. You're allowing yourself to rest and impress yourself with the affirmations or the visualization, okay? And then fall asleep. There you go. Now, some people want to listen to sleep meditation. It's really just the same. It's just that you're listening to it instead of maybe saying it and thinking it yourself. But as you're listening to a meditation, a sleep meditation, I have some on my YouTube channel. In my playlist, I have like an 8-hour sleep meditation, I Am Chosen. As you listen to that, feel that. Like, what does it feel like that you choose yourself and you're chosen and you're loved, wanted, and you're treasured? Okay? So feel that. Feel that, or affirm it. I mean, as we affirm something, we're really feeling it. Essentially, as we continue to affirm something. So I could say, instead of feel, I could just say, affirm that. Keep affirming that. How the hell do I do it? Okay, if there's one thing you need to know, here's what I know. When I lost everything I knew my life to be, I realized I was always focusing on what I didn't want. This is what my mindset was. How come I'm not a priority? How come I feel lonely? How come I feel left out? How come my friends didn't include me to that? How come that client didn't choose me? I'm focused on all the things, right, that I didn't want. Okay. And then those things are manifesting wherever you're putting your focus and attention, whatever you're thinking and saying in your mind is what's manifesting out. So the biggest number one thing you should do if you're going to do just one thing is focus on what you do want. So instead of saying, why am I not a priority? Start saying what you do want. I am a priority. I love being a priority. I love when clients choose to work with me. I love that my friends include me all the time. Okay, you could say it as if you already have it. It's still okay to say, here's what I want. Right? Not from needing and yearning, but like, here's what I want. I want my friends to always invite me to every party. I want my friends to always include me. I want people to offer free things to me. I want people to offer me free concerts or free tickets, or I want to be offered free upgrades. I want to be offered, I want all the clients to work with me. I want, right? So I want the love that I want. You could say it that way, but focus on what you want, but rather than focus on what you don't want. Okay, because where you're putting your attention is really what's manifesting your world. Okay, the Empress. Hey, when new version of SP shows up, does that mean the past no longer exists? Okay, well, it's going to be based on your perception, okay? Because you might have evidence of something from the past. Your whole reality is coming from you and your consciousness. So if you saw evidence that something still existed, all you have to do is go in your mind and say it doesn't exist. What do you want? Okay? You're saying the past version of them no longer exists? Yes, the past version of them no longer exists. Okay? No matter what happens in your 3D world, if it's something unwanted, and let's say something popped up, unwanted, my dog is scratching over. Okay, if something pops up, right? You're having an experience in your world that you don't want. The only thing you need to do when something you don't want happens is start to focus on what you do want. Okay, you could use revision, you could just affirm what you do want, but you're not going to focus on what you don't want anymore. I've heard some people word it this way, and I think it's reality transurfing, and I'm not that well versed on reality transurfing, but I did some research in the past. But reality transurfing, the way that Vadim Zeland describes it, it's like it's already a timeline. I think Bashar describes it this way already. As well, right? Like there's already a timeline, and it's kind of like, you know how the shutter for the photograph, right? Like if we see a timeline and if we see reality like a film strip, like the shutter will go off and you have all these still pictures that make one whole scene. They're saying you're jumping into a whole new timeline and your past is all changing along with that timeline. It really, honestly, it's your perspective. It's your perspective. You could decide that it doesn't exist and you don't put any more focus on it. Okay, Chris, been feeling wish fulfilled and in the knowing of having it. You have it. It's already done. You have it. Once in a while, look at the 3D, but just letting resistance flow through me at the time. Beautiful. It gets easier and easier. You get stronger and stronger. You're getting better and better. You're getting everything you want. This is why I'm also talking about you already have something. You already have it. Okay, so if we already have something, there's like a feeling like, oh, I already got this. If we already got it, what else do you want to focus on? Now make your list of other things that you're manifesting. Put your focus on other things, because if you already got something, you don't have to keep focusing on it trying to get it. I'm not saying you're doing that. I want you to be observant and aware where you're at internally. Just keep affirming. I already got this. It's already mine. I love this. Okay, Sonia, you said you got the book by Dr. Joe Dispenza called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. That book is excellent. That's an excellent book. You know, he puts that scientific aspect behind all of it. And for many people, that's helpful. I kind of needed that. Maybe in the beginning, I needed that. I don't need that anymore because I can't. There's no one who's going to tell me anything other than what I see and experience. And I know 100% this is true. Sometimes I can't even describe. It's like, how can you describe this sometimes, right? Because I understand, like, everything's literally a placebo. Can I get SP back after a bad fallout and he got a restraining order? Please help. I feel sad. Yes. Okay, so I just posted a video reading Neville Goddard about this story about the grandmother who hadn't seen her grandson in 2 years because the daughter-in-law was like, no, you can't see him anymore. There was a falling out. And the grandmother for 2 years sent packages and all these things to the grandson, never heard anything. So then the grandmother, when she heard Neville Goddard, she decided to try the art of revision, to use revision. So every night as she went to sleep, she constructed in her mind, in her imagination, as she fell asleep, she did this for 7 days, not 5, but 7. She did this for 7 days. She imagined that she was receiving a letter, right? This is in 1954 or 5 or something like that. So like you're getting a lot more mail, right? She imagined, the grandmother would fall asleep in her mind, imagining that she received mail. And in the letter, it was a letter from the grandson, and she received a letter from the granddaughter. And whatever she wrote in her mind, like she imagined it, right? She's imagining, or you could actually really script it out if you want, but imagine what you're reading, like, Grandma, I love you and I miss you and when am I going to see you? You know, something like that. She imagined that. She did that for 7 days. On the 8th day, in her mailbox, she received 2 letters. And those 2 letters from her grandson and daughter-in-law that she hadn't spoken to for 2 years came in the mail, and those letters were almost identical to what she had imagined in her mind. Okay, so as you here's the point of that story. I just like that story. It's a really great story because it happened so quickly for her. I feel like, okay, we're manifesting instantly. You can do this really quickly. How you get back together with your SP, go to sleep imagining you're already back together. Imagine that your SP is saying how much they love and adore you. Imagine what you want and already having it. Okay, and then through the day, well, you're going to imagine that at night, but through the day, don't worry and doubt it and say, this is a nightmare and I can't believe this. Step into your power, the creative power that you have as a creator, and keep using and keep affirming, not only as you fall asleep, but through the day, keep affirming the version of you with your desire. So the version of you with your desire is saying, oh my God, it worked. This is so cool. That's what you're saying. You're saying, wow, I'm so powerful. I didn't even know this was possible. Wow, my imagination is God. I have everything I want. I'm so grateful we're back together. I feel so loved. I feel so good. You wouldn't feel sad. So you think from the end of having your desire already and you affirm that. Okay, so I just posted that video if you want to look at, I'm getting off here in a few minutes. I have to get my kids from school. So watch that video. Subscribe, follow. Okay, I post these videos on YouTube. If you're new here, go to that little icon in my bio here to go straight to YouTube and follow me there, because you can watch these videos over and I'm answering questions. They're absolutely going to help you. Okay, so you could do that, yeah. My hair has gotten longer and it's gorgeous. I know, right? I was just looking, I had to pull up pictures last night. My son's in third grade. My youngest is in third grade. And they're making a big quilt for the classroom. And I had to pull up pictures because it's a cultural thing and like family background. And I was looking at pictures from me, like when they were baby, like he's 8. So when he was, maybe 5 years ago, and my hair was really short, like here. And I don't know what I was doing, but I had the part all the way over here to here. It was like, whoa. Anyway, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, another follow by Arcadian Ways. Thank you. Thanks for following. Do you believe the law of assumption is against Christianity? What Neville teaches, and I align with this, is that the Bible is a psychological drama and we are all in different states. So all the characters in the Bible are states of being, like the state of Abraham, the state of Moses, the state of Judas. Is it Judah or Judas? The deceiver, right? The state of Jesus. Okay, so we are Jesus. We have the powers of Jesus within us. I and my Father are one, but my Father is greater than I. We are Jesus. We have the power, the same power. That's what the Bible is telling us. The Bible is really, if you read into it and you understand the depth of, it's the key to living life and manifestation. So is it against Christianity? Well, Christianity has different beliefs. I grew up Catholic. So I know what Catholic Christians believe. Is it wrong? Okay, so I don't necessarily believe everything about the church, but there's value in every religion. There's some value. There's a lot of value in the Golden Rule. There's so much value in what's already taught with Christianity. There's so much value taught in any religion. Okay, so take the value from the religion, but here's what didn't resonate with me. Why should I feel guilty? Because I had the guilt, Catholic guilt. There's that. At least in my reality, there was something called Catholic guilt, and I had that Catholic guilt. Can't talk. I need a sip of water. I had Catholic guilt for most of my life. So, do I want to live that life anymore? Feeling guilty for the thing, just for even me having money in abundance? No. So I have allowed myself to still value some of the beliefs, but I see it now through a whole new lens. Okay, so I mean, it's going to be your perspective if you think it's against Christianity. You have to kind of test it out for yourself. Like test out the fact that you really are the creator. EMES 212, thank you for following. Okay, I'm so close to sending him a paragraph of how he broke my heart. Okay, well, you can do that. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter what you do, but what matters is what are you thinking and what's your intention. Whether you send that paragraph or not, know and assume that he's going to say, what do you want, really? Do you want him to say, you know what? I love you and I value you. So you can send that letter and assume that he's going to say, I love you and I value you. Will he really say that? Maybe. It's a possibility, but you need to think from that version of you that knows that, or that at least affirms that consistently until that happens. Okay, so what's your intention behind sending the letter? You just want him to know he broke your heart? He's only reflecting you. Personally, I'm not saying that I'm going to tell you exactly what to do because it's your reality and your choice. I would not send it, and I would realize that I'm the creator, and if you created him to break your heart, you can get whatever you want. You could create the reality where he is in your life and he's living up to your standards, and he is bypassing and surpassing what you could even imagine with a relationship. And that he has come back into your life realizing you're the one and only that he wants. I mean, if that's kind of what you want, that's kind of like, the fairy tale, and we get to live the fairy tale, but you have to keep affirming that story, fairy tale, but it's not a fairy tale, it's a truth. You could create this reality by affirming it consistently. Okay, you can write him a story saying, I wish you the best, and that you're going to be fine no matter what. Are you broken or are you empowered? I mean, I understand there's infinite possibilities, but do you want to just step into your power right now and be like, you're the creator of your reality, and you have so much to offer, but know that you decide and know that you have so much to offer, and you know what, you wish him the best, good luck, but wish him the best, good luck to you. I always wish you love. I wish you the best. And I know I have so much to offer. Guess what? In the moment you're doing that, who's going to be right at your door texting you? Okay? Because he only is going to reflect how you're feeling inside. If you're feeling brokenhearted, and that's your deeper dominant feeling, reality must reflect and confirm what you're feeling inside. If you're feeling brokenhearted, then your reality must confirm that. And it's probably going to be him. I don't know. Could be something else. If you're brokenhearted, the reality is a mirror that confirms that. He can't act any other way than to prove to you that you are brokenhearted, because you're the cause. Okay, so this is only why I'm saying step into your power. Start saying, first of all, you have a great life to live. You have so much to offer. You're the most valuable. You are the prize. Make a decision that you are, and your reality is going to show you that. Do you want that? Do you want that to be the reflection? Or do you want the broken heart to be your reflection? Okay. All right, guys, I love you all. Everybody have an amazing day. I do have a free Facebook group. Anyone who's new here, you want to join a community of manifesting people, lifestyle manifesting, my manifesting group, that's a free Facebook group. I also, if you want to level up, join my VIP group. It's a powerful group. I go live with unlisted videos in that group, and I'm doing a challenge for March. We're glowing up and we are being the prize, and I love you all. So have an amazing day. Bye.